You've seen billionaires, you've seen royalty, but nothing, and I mean nothing, compares to the secret lifestyle of Kim Jong-un. We're talking private islands, palaces with ski slopes, armored limos, designer wardrobes, and yachts that put Bond villains to shame. While his people live on rice rations, the Kim dynasty lives like gods, and yet you'll never see his name on a Forbes list. Why? That's where the story gets insane. The hidden fortune behind the Iron Curtain. When you think of the world's wealthiest individuals, names like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, or Warren Buffett come to mind. But there's one name that's conspicuously absent from Forbes's billionaire lists, despite wielding more absolute power over an entire nation's resources than perhaps any other person on Earth. That name is Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea, whose family's hidden fortune would make even the most successful tech moguls pause in amazement. Picture this. While millions of North Koreans struggle with food insecurity and lack access to basic services, their leader maintains a lifestyle so extravagant that it rivals the most opulent royal families in history. A man who owns nearly 20 palatial residences, commands a fleet of over 100 luxury vehicles, and operates a global financial network so sophisticated that it spans multiple continents through hundreds of secret bank accounts. The mystery surrounding Kim Jong-un's wealth isn't just about numbers on a balance sheet. It's about understanding how a regime that appears economically isolated and internationally sanctioned has managed to accumulate billions of dollars while maintaining its grip on power. Research suggests Kim Jong-un's personal net worth is approximately $5 billion, a figure that has remained remarkably consistent since investigations began in 2013. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. This $5 billion estimate might actually be a dramatic understatement of the Kim family's true financial empire. The foundation of this incredible wealth story begins with understanding that North Korea isn't the communist state it pretends to be. Instead, it operates more like a massive corporate conglomerate with Kim Jong-un as its CEO, where every economic activity, every business transaction, and every resource extraction ultimately serves one primary purpose: generating cash for the Kim dynasty. This isn't speculation. This is the assessment of leading experts who have spent decades studying the Hermit Kingdom's economic machinery. To truly grasp the magnitude of this financial empire, we need to examine the multiple revenue streams that feed into the Kim family's coffers. The Kim family's wealth likely stems from control over North Korea's economy, including natural resources, state enterprises, and foreign bank accounts. But this is where the story becomes even more intriguing. These aren't your typical business operations. The regime has mastered what experts call a shadow economy that operates parallel to legitimate international commerce. Through a network of shell companies, diplomatic channels, and loyal operatives, the Kim family has created what amounts to a global financial spiderweb that's nearly impossible for international sanctions to completely disrupt. Reports say that Kim Jong-un maintains over 200 secret bank accounts in countries like China, Switzerland, and Singapore, allowing him to move money across borders with the kind of sophistication that would impress Wall Street financiers. But perhaps the most shocking aspect of this wealth accumulation isn't just the amounts involved. It's the stark contrast with North Korea's official economic statistics. North Korea's GDP in 2022 was about $28 billion, which means that Kim Jong-un's wealth potentially represents nearly 18% of his entire country's economic output. To put this in perspective, imagine if one American billionaire personally controlled wealth equivalent to nearly 1/5 of the entire United States economy. The disparity would be unprecedented in modern democratic societies. The lifestyle that this wealth enables is equally staggering. Kim owns private jets, yachts, and a fleet of luxury cars, including limousines reportedly gifted by foreign leaders. We're not talking about modest luxury here, but we're discussing assets that include a yacht valued between $4 million and $6 million, custom Mercedes Maybach vehicles that can cost up to $1 million each, and an Aura Senate limousine gifted by Vladimir Putin valued at $300,000. The family's real estate portfolio alone would make real estate moguls envious. Kim Jong-un doesn't just own one or two lavish homes, he maintains nearly 20 palaces across North Korea, each designed for different purposes and seasons. These aren't simple mansions, they're vast complexes with private ski slopes, underground bunkers, luxury spas, and entertainment facilities that rival the most exclusive resorts in the world. What makes this wealth accumulation even more remarkable and deeply troubling is that it is occurring despite some of the most comprehensive and aggressive international sanctions ever imposed on a nation. Since 2006, the United Nations has implemented 9 rounds of sanctions aimed specifically at crippling North Korea's access to global financial systems, weapons markets, and luxury goods. These sanctions were intended to isolate the regime economically and politically, making it increasingly difficult for the leadership to sustain its lavish lifestyle or fund its military ambitions. Yet against all odds, the Kim family has managed to circumvent these restrictions with astonishing success. Through a complex network of front companies, illicit shipping practices, and covert trading partners, they continue to smuggle in hundreds of millions of dollars worth of banned luxury items every year. This blatant defiance not only exposes the regime's resourcefulness, but also highlights the loopholes and enforcement failures in the global sanctions system. In 2012 alone, North Korea imported $645 million worth of banned luxury goods, demonstrating not just their ability to circumvent international restrictions, but their commitment to maintaining their extravagant lifestyle regardless of their people's suffering. This isn't just about personal indulgence, it's about projecting power and maintaining loyalty through a carefully orchestrated system of luxury gift-giving to key officials and supporters. The most disturbing aspect of this wealth story isn't just the staggering inequality it represents, but the deeply unethical and often brutal methods used to generate it. Unlike traditional billionaires who may have accumulated their fortunes through innovation, strategic investments, or legitimate entrepreneurship, the Kim family's wealth is rooted in a system that thrives on widespread manipulation, coercion, and outright criminal activities. This wealth has not been earned. It has been extracted through a well-organized machinery of exploitation that spans continents. The true scope of Kim Jong-un's financial empire extends far beyond mere bank accounts, lavish estates, or luxury goods. It operates as a shadow economy, driven by a vast and secretive global network of smuggling operations, cybercrime, illegal arms deals, counterfeit currency production, and forced labor schemes. These underground businesses generate billions annually, evading international sanctions and scrutiny through a sophisticated web of shell companies, front organizations, and diplomatic cover. The complexity and audacity of this system are staggering. What might initially read like the plot of a high-stakes thriller is in fact a chilling and deeply troubling reality. This is not fiction. It is a system meticulously designed to fund a regime at the cost of immense human suffering and international instability. The Kim dynasty's lavish lifestyle. While the average North Korean survives on less than $2 per day, the entire Kim family lives in a realm of luxury that would make Roman emperors blush with envy. This isn't just about Kim Jong-un, it's about understanding how an entire dynasty has built a lifestyle of unimaginable wealth while ruling over one of the world's poorest nations. The Kim family's extravagance isn't just personal indulgence, it's a carefully orchestrated display of power that spans 3 generations. The Kim family's approach to wealth accumulation and display began with Kim Il-sung, the dynasty's founder, who established the template for living like royalty while preaching socialist equality. Kim Il-sung's palaces, built in the 1960s and 1970s, set the standard for architectural grandeur that his descendants would expand upon. His Kumsusan Palace, now serving as his mausoleum, was originally a working palace where he conducted state business while surrounded by imported Italian marble, crystal chandeliers worth millions, and furniture crafted by Europe's finest artisans. Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un's father, elevated the family's luxury lifestyle to new heights during his reign from 1994 to 2011. Known for his eccentric tastes and paranoid security measures, Kim Jong-il maintained 17 different palaces across North Korea, each equipped with identical furniture and supplies so he could move between them unpredictably. His obsession with luxury cars led him to amass a collection of over 200 vehicles, including multiple Rolls-Royce models, Mercedes-Benz limousines, and even a custom-built train car equipped with a fully stocked bar and karaoke system. Kim Jong-il's culinary obsessions became legendary among international intelligence agencies. He employed a personal sushi chef who was flown in from Japan monthly, maintained a wine cellar with over 10,000 bottles valued at more than $750,000, and reportedly spent $700,000 annually on Hennessy Paradis cognac alone. His staff included dedicated food tasters who ensured every meal was safe, and he maintained private farms across North Korea solely dedicated to producing ingredients for his table. But it's Kim Jong-un who has truly perfected the art of dynastic luxury, inheriting his father's palaces and expanding them into a network of compounds that function like private cities. Kim Jong-un's sister, Kim Yo-jong, has emerged as one of the most powerful women in North Korea and lives a lifestyle that mirrors her brother's extravagance. Often seen carrying designer handbags worth more than most North Koreans earn in a lifetime, Kim Yo-jong maintains her residence within the palace complex, complete with private staff and security detail. Kim Yo-jong's influence extends beyond politics into the family's luxury operations. Intelligence reports suggest she oversees much of the family's art collection, which includes stolen cultural artifacts from South Korea, original works by European masters, and contemporary pieces purchased through shell companies at international auctions. Her wardrobe, frequently analyzed by intelligence agencies, features custom-made clothing from European designers and accessories that cost more than luxury cars. The Kim family's real estate empire spans 3 generations of accumulated wealth and power. Kim Jong-un's primary residence, the Ryongseong Residence Complex, spans over 12 square kilometers and represents the culmination of decades of palace construction. The compound includes multiple swimming pools, a private movie theater capable of seating hundreds, underground bunkers equipped with the latest technology, and even a private ski slope maintained year-round regardless of weather conditions. What makes the Kim family's approach to luxury unique is how they've created separate but interconnected lifestyle bubbles for different family members. Kim Jong-un's wife, Ri Sol-ju, a former singer, maintains her wing of the palace complex with private gardens, a recording studio, and facilities for their 3 children. Intelligence reports suggest their children, 2 daughters and a son, are being raised in unprecedented luxury, with private tutors flown in from Europe, play areas equipped with toys worth more than most people's homes, and even a private zoo featuring exotic animals imported from around the world. The Kim family's extended relatives also benefit from this wealth system. Kim Jong-un's uncle, Kim Pyong-il, who was exiled to various diplomatic posts for decades, reportedly maintains luxury residences in multiple countries. His lifestyle, funded by family wealth, includes properties in Prague, Budapest, and other European cities, complete with staff, luxury vehicles, and entertainment budgets that exceed the GDP of small nations. Scattered across North Korea's landscape are nearly 20 palatial compounds built by the Kim family over 6 decades, each designed for specific purposes and seasons. The Wonsan Beach Resort Complex, built at a cost exceeding $200 million, features a private beach stretching for miles, complete with imported white sand from Thailand and a marina housing the family's collection of luxury yachts. The resort includes a water park that rivals any international international destination, complete with wave pools, lazy rivers, and slides that cost more than most countries spend on healthcare. The family's approach to luxury travel reveals the interconnected nature of their wealth. Kim Jong-un's transportation fleet includes over 30 armored Mercedes-Maybach S-Class vehicles, but the family also maintains separate fleets for different members. Kim Yo-jong travels in her armored convoy, while Ri Sol-ju has access to a collection of luxury vehicles specifically chosen for her diplomatic and social functions. The family's private train system, inherited from Kim Jong-il, includes multiple armored cars that can be configured for different family members' travel needs. The Kim family's children represent the next generation of dynastic luxury. Their education takes place in private facilities within the palace complex, with curricula that include languages, arts, and sciences taught by tutors who are among the world's leading experts in their fields. The children's play areas include miniature versions of international landmarks, allowing them to visit places like the Eiffel Tower and Big Ben without leaving North Korea. The Kim family's gift-giving culture reveals another dimension of their wealth. During family celebrations, birthdays, and holidays, they exchange gifts that would be considered priceless by international standards. Kim Jong-un reportedly gave his sister a yacht worth over $8 million for her birthday, while Kim Yo-jong has been known to present her brother with rare artifacts and artworks acquired through the family's international network. The family's approach to technology reflects their unlimited budget and desire for exclusivity. Each family member maintains personal electronics rooms housing every gaming console ever manufactured, televisions with screens larger than most movie theaters, and communication devices that provide instantaneous access to global networks. The Kim family's fashion sense reflects their position as North Korea's royal family. Kim Jong-un's wife, Ri Sol-ju, frequently appears in designer outfits that cost more than most people's annual salaries, while Kim Yo-jong has become known for her sophisticated style featuring handbags, shoes, and accessories from Europe's most exclusive designers. Even the children's clothing is custom-made by international designers, with individual outfits costing more than luxury cars. For longer journeys, the Kim family travels in style aboard their private train, a rolling palace that stretches over 90 cars and weighs more than 1,200 tons. Each car is armored and equipped with satellite communication systems, luxury sleeping quarters, dining cars that rival five-star restaurants, and even cars dedicated entirely to the family's collection of fine wines and spirits. Perhaps most revealing is how the Kim family has created a completely separate economy within North Korea that exists solely to serve their needs. Thousands of workers are employed exclusively in maintaining their lifestyle. From the farmers who grow their food to the craftsmen who maintain their palaces, from the seamstresses who create their clothing to the technicians who maintain their entertainment systems. The Kim dynasty has perfected the art of living like royalty while maintaining the facade of socialist leadership. Their ability to accumulate and display wealth on this scale while keeping their people in poverty represents one of the most successful examples of authoritarian wealth concentration in modern history. The family's lifestyle isn't just about personal indulgence. It's a carefully orchestrated system designed to project power, maintain loyalty, and ensure their continued dominance. The next generation of the Kim dynasty is being raised in even greater luxury than their parents experienced. Kim Jong-un's children attend private schools within the palace complex, with curricula designed by educators from the world's most prestigious institutions. Their daily lives include access to technologies, foods, entertainment, and educational opportunities that would be considered extraordinary even by the standards of the world's wealthiest families. Understanding the Kim family's lavish lifestyle provides crucial context for comprehending how the regime maintains power and why the pursuit of wealth remains central to North North Korea's political system. Every luxury item, every extravagant facility, and every display of excess serves multiple purposes, satisfying the family's desires, demonstrating their untouchable authority, and creating a model of success that loyal officials can aspire to join. The untouchable empire. Deep within the heart of Pyongyang, just a stone's throw from the headquarters of the Workers' Party, stands a building that most North Koreans have never heard of, yet it controls more of their nation's destiny than perhaps any other institution. This is the headquarters of Bureau 39, the secretive government department that serves as the financial engine of the Kim dynasty's global empire. Bureau 39 isn't just another government agency. It's the nerve center of what might be the world's most sophisticated criminal financial network operating under the protection of diplomatic immunity. Many high-ranking defectors from North Korea talk about a secret government department that's said to administer the regime's secret funds. What makes Bureau 39 so effective and so dangerous is its complete invisibility to international law enforcement. This organizational structure means that while UN sanctions target known North Korean entities, the real money-making operations remain completely off the radar. The scope of Bureau 39's operations is truly staggering.
Bureau 39 is involved in everything that makes money for North Korea.
But these are just the beginning of their revenue streams. One of their most visible operations, the global network of North Korean restaurants. Scattered across the world, there are 130 such North Korean restaurants worldwide, 3 of them in Cambodia. Take the operation in Cambodia, for example. Right next to the entrance to Angkor Wat, one of the world's most visited UNESCO World Heritage Sites, North Korea operates a museum and restaurant complex that generates millions of dollars annually. Experts estimate that with crashed helicopters and similar tricks, the Kim regime earned several $100 million. When European authorities finally caught on and placed the North Korean insurance company on sanctions lists in 2015, it was for co-financing of the nuclear weapons program through Bureau 39. But how does all this money make its way back to Pyongyang? The answer reveals another layer of Bureau 39's sophistication. Through diplomatic channels, North Korea uses its worldwide network of embassies to ferry money back to Pyongyang. North Korean officials enjoying diplomatic immunity carry the money in cash in their flight baggage. The weapons trade represents another massive revenue stream for Bureau 39. Experts estimate that between 6 and 8 million 1,300 hackers work for Kim, and experts estimate that up to $2 billion has been stolen by young, highly trained North Korean hackers. The Kim Jong-suk Silk Spinning Mill, named after Kim Jong-un's grandmother, a model factory. 1,600 workers are employed here, most of them women. About 200 tons of silk are produced here every year, a luxury product, expensive and labor-intensive. The most remarkable aspect of Kim Jong-un's financial empire isn't just its size or sophistication. It's how he's managed to build and maintain it while being one of the most sanctioned individuals on the planet. Understanding how this system continues to thrive under international pressure reveals not just the genius of its design, but also the fundamental limitations of global efforts to contain rogue regimes through economic pressure. The transformation of North Korea from a failing communist state to what experts now recognize as a capitalist dictatorship didn't happen overnight. It began with a catastrophe that forced the regime to completely reimagine its relationship with money and power. This famine wasn't just a humanitarian disaster, it was an economic revolution that the Kim regime learned to exploit. These black markets, called Jangmadang, became the foundation of North Korea's shadow economy. All sorts of currencies are accepted, especially American dollars and Chinese yuan. Today there are countless of these markets throughout the country. What makes this system system particularly brilliant from the regime's perspective is that 400 of them are even officially licensed and provide tax income for the regime. The regime discovered something that would reshape their entire approach to wealth generation. They could simultaneously appear to maintain socialist principles while operating a completely capitalist system underneath. The key to this transformation was the rise of a new class of wealthy individuals called donju, money lords. But the true genius of Kim Jong-un's system lies in its international operations, particularly in how it exploits global trade networks. Recent investigations have revealed something truly shocking. Major international fashion brands may be unknowingly complicit in North Korea's wealth generation through complex supply chain arrangements. Researchers found that Chinese factories outsource to North Korean factories in North Korea. The process is sophisticated and nearly impossible to detect through traditional auditing methods. Sometimes up to 90% of production does not take place in China. It does not take place in the factories where the European and the American auditors come to check whether working conditions are decent.
China sends the material to make certain types of clothes to North Korea.
The scale of this operation is massive. Researchers discovered that between 2013 and December 2016, one Chinese company sent around $10 million worth of fabrics and raw materials to North Korea, while receiving finished garments worth almost $25 million from North Korea. The sophistication of Kim Jong-un's wealth system extends beyond just hiding illegal activities. It involves creating legitimate-looking businesses that operate in plain sight. Through detailed analysis of leaked North Korean registry data, researchers have mapped out the true extent of Bureau 39's legitimate business empire. The personal dimension of Kim Jong-un's wealth is equally staggering. His annual spending on luxury goods demonstrates a level of personal extravagance that rivals any monarch in history. The Kim family is known for spending millions of dollars annually on luxury goods, with estimates ranging from hundreds of millions to billions of Korean won yearly. Recent intelligence reports have documented the family's continued luxury purchases despite international sanctions. Kim Jong was spotted with a black leather bag resembling a Lady Dior, worth around $9,500, during a trip to Russia in September 2024. This might seem like a small purchase, but it represents something much larger: the regime's complete confidence in its ability to circumvent international restrictions. What makes Kim Jong-un's system particularly resilient is its evolution with changing global conditions. While luxury goods imports decreased during the COVID-19 pandemic due to border controls, they have been increasing since the second half of 2022, demonstrating the system's adaptability. The ultimate irony of Kim Jong-un's wealth system is that it's made possible partly by the very sanctions designed to stop it. By forcing North Korea's economy into the shadows, international sanctions have inadvertently created the perfect environment for the kind of opaque, flexible financial system that Bureau 39 operates. The transformation from a failing communist state to a sophisticated capitalist dictatorship represents perhaps the most successful economic pivot in modern political history. The Kim family's wealth story ultimately reveals something profound about power in the modern world. While democracies struggle with complex regulations, international cooperation, and legal limitations, authoritarian regimes like North Korea can operate with the level of flexibility and ruthlessness that makes them formidable economic actors. Kim Jong-un has proven that with enough creativity, brutality, and disregard for human rights, even the most isolated regime can build a global financial empire worth billions of dollars. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to subscribe and click on any of the cards on your screen right now to keep watching.